It is an issue that we hear often, and we acknowledge that it's a global problem. But what is exactly the food waste? We can look at the misuse of food under two different categories: food waste and food loss. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, food loss is the food that gets spilled or spoiled before it reaches the final product or retail stage. This accounts to the losses that are observed while harvesting, storing, packing, transporting, and the logistics behind the food distribution, pricing, and governance. Food waste, on the other hand, is the food in perfect condition that is not consumed by the consumers or retailers.
Because food waste and food loss are problems that affect our society, the environment, and the economy. So in the social aspect, where hunger is a serious problem, almost 1 billion people go hungry in a world that produces enough food to feed everyone. The food currently lost or wasted in the Latin America could feed 300 million people. The food currently wasted in Europe can feed 200 million people, and the food currently lost in Africa could feed 300 million people.
In regards to the environment, food wastage is estimated to produce 3.3 billion tons of carbon dioxide. A lot of this ends up in landfills, which emit methane and represent one of the largest sources of greenhouse gases emissions from the waste sector.
On the economic side, food waste costs us about $750 billion annually. While in Canada, household waste accounts for $1,500 worth of food annually.
Even though food waste and food loss is a global problem, it occurs differently in developing and developed countries. In developing countries, this usually occurs in the early stages. For example, in sub-Saharan Africa, food loss accounts for most of the misuse of food. This is a common issue in developing countries, where it is estimated that 40% of the losses occur at post-harvest and processing levels. The reasons why this may occur are due to the economy, management, and technology of these countries. So, unlike food loss, food waste happens more often in developed countries. For example, in North America, food waste accounts for most of the misuse of food. The behavior of the consumers play a huge part in this issue. Metro Vancouver estimates that 13,000 tons of healthy, edible food is thrown out in the region's transfer stations each year. Large quantities of food are wasted due to the quality standards that overemphasize appearance. In North America, more than 30% of fruits and vegetables are not pretty enough for us.
A new survey done by Metro Vancouver Regional District, based on 500 households and random compost bin inspections, reveals that a startling 100,000 tons of edible food, beverage, and dairy products are thrown out annually because people overprepare or buy too much food without a plan to eat it before it expires. It is estimated that food waste in Metro Vancouver adds about $700 to an average household's annual grocery bill.
So, for example, Choices Market has a program called the Choices Market Topsoil Food Survey, which is a way to deal with food waste that the market generates. This is done by transporting all the food waste to Delta, where it's converted into compost, and then this compost is distributed back to all of the locations in Vancouver in order to be sold to all of the customers. This is a great way of dealing with the food scrapes that the market generates. Another example is Quest Food Exchange. Quest Food Exchange is a not-for-profit organization that works in collaboration with food suppliers who donate their surplus food. Quest recovers and redistributes food that otherwise would have gone to waste in order to provide a dignified shopping experience to the people who need it the most. We went to the Britannia Community Center and found out that they are proactively taking action to reduce food waste. Ian Marcus, the community food developer from the Grandview Woodland neighborhood, collects food from Choices Market and redistributes them to their several programs.
And there's some good stuff. Organic milk.
Okay, I don't know what you want.
There's some sprouts, good quality. But see, it has some nicks on it. But otherwise it's fine, right?
Yep.
So anything that's been not open, it will last for a long time. I mean, good for banana bread, or you can freeze it, put it in smoothies. So how do we reduce food waste? Well, we have a relationship with Choices, and we are able to distribute this food through several different programs. The seniors program, we also have a bulk food program. The food rescue helps supplement the food that we purchase from the wholesaler. And some of the food gets distributed through various programs. We have a youth meal program. There are child care programs that some of the food goes to. We have community kitchens that some of the food is used for. I think it also contributes to the environment, so in supporting the food being reused and rather than sent to the landfill. But it's challenging to collect food. For one, we don't have enough staff. We don't have vehicles to pick up the food. We don't have refrigeration. If we don't have refrigeration, it means that the food has to be, if it's fresh fruit, if it's produce, or if it's dairy or anything that needs to be refrigerated, it means that we have to distribute that food quickly. There's a lot of logistical challenges. Our capacity to pick up, funding, like to rent a truck, I don't have that. So we only pick up from one store. To be conscious, to understand that it takes a lot of work to grow that food. It's a terrible waste to throw it away. So as part of our food programming, we offer public workshops. A lot of them around like canning workshops and fermentation workshops. There's a growing awareness in preserving food, which is great. You know, the kids they understand the importance of eating healthy, the younger kids, which is good. But there's so much more that we can do around food literacy and healthy eating.
So the Vancouver School Board started in 2015 and 2006 a program called Zero Waste Stations. So they provide compost bins for school for free, so that they trying to like eliminate food waste in schools.
The City of Vancouver aims to reduce food waste from landfills by improving the infrastructure and programs around food waste management. Some of their goals include expanding the Food Scarps program and exploring food recovery options around the city. Further, to improve education around food systems, the Vancouver Food Strategy program is promoting community gardens in schools, neighborhoods, and local organizations. However, there is still a lot to be done in terms of education, infrastructure, and social awareness around food waste in Vancouver.